What really sets the Fireboard 2 apart is the ability to automatically control the temperature in your charcoal smoker with a 12-volt fan. G'day, I'm Schuey. Welcome to Smoked Barbecue Sauce, where we want to help you improve your barbecue game. Today, I'm doing a review on the Fireboard 2 Smart Thermometer. There are 3 models to choose from: the Fireboard 2, the Fireboard 2 Drive, and the Fireboard 2 Pro. The guys from Fireboard Labs were kind enough to send me out a Fireboard 2 Drive unit with the blower attachment to test out. In this video, I'm going to go through some of the things I did like and some of the things I didn't like. The Fireboard 2 is a pretty smart thermometer with some really good features to help you monitor your barbecue temperatures. There are 6 probe sockets to give you that flexibility to monitor multiple smokers or multiple cuts of meat. You can check your temperatures via the app or via your computer. What sets the Fireboard 2 apart is the ability to automatically control the temperature in a charcoal smoker with a 12-volt fan. Now, you can find links to all the products that I'm going to mention in the description below, as well as my more in-depth review on the website. For now though, let's go through the boxes and see what we actually get with the Fireboard Drive 2. So in box number 1, we obviously have the instruction booklet. And underneath that, we have the unit itself. And it actually feels quite sturdy and fairly rugged. Moving that out of the way, I can see we also get a bag with our thermometer probes and a clip for the ambient temp to clip onto the grill, the cooking grill. I'll put that aside. And we also get the USB charger and the power adapter that it can plug into. And look at that, they've actually sent me out the Australian adapter. I really like that. A lot of companies actually do seem to forget that when I order stuff from overseas. So that is a big plus for me. In the second box, we have the Drive Blower 20 CFM fan, which is sold separately. The box was quite heavy, and this unit itself is extremely heavy. Usually a good sign that you're going to get something that's well made. It's not always a guarantee, but it is a good sign. Move that out of the way. And it looks like they've also included some generic adapters just to connect the fan to whatever type of barbecue you may have. Now, they've also included the Drive Blower nozzle adapter to connect to my Weber Smoky Mountain. Now, depending on the smoker, you may need to purchase an adapter, so be sure to check out the Fireboard website before purchasing. Now, the first thing that jumped out at me when I opened these packages is every piece of equipment felt heavy, strong, and well built. Now, these are usually signs of a quality product. In no means is that a guarantee, but that's a good start. So like many other thermometers out there, the Fireboard comes with an app that you can download for free. It's available for both Mac and Android via Apple Store or Google Play. It's super easy to set up. Just enter an email address and a password. So the app will automatically scan for Fireboards that are close by. You can actually see the code here, which actually marries up to the serial number on the back of the Fireboard unit. The entire setup only takes about a minute. And because the Fireboard 2 utilizes Bluetooth 4.0, normal Bluetooth pairing every time you want to use the unit with the app is not necessary. You can also view your temps and change your settings via the Fireboard Cloud website. I actually found the app did everything I needed, and I haven't had time to actually test that feature out yet. The ability to add temperature steps within the app is a great feature. Starting a cook-off in a higher or lower heat setting, depending on the cook, and having the ability to program via the app to change temps at certain times through the cook is a handy feature. Installation of the fan control unit is pretty straightforward. Included in the package is some adapters for generic barbecues, but I let them know that I had a Weber Smoky Mountain and they sent me out the specific adapter for that model. Unfortunately, with the Weber Smoky Mountain, they have what's known as a daisy wheel with 4 holes, and when the fan is installed into one of those holes, it leaves 3 of them wide open. Most other companies that sell fan control units will actually include some heat-proof metallic tape to cover those holes up, and Fireboard do not. So I've picked up these little nickel-plated plugs from Amazon, and I'll leave a link in the description so you can grab some yourself. Apart from the no heat-proof tape, installation was quick and easy. Now, the only tool needed for installation was a Phillips head screwdriver. One more last oversight from Fireboard is there's actually no instructions for this adapter. Now, that might not seem important. We sort of know it's got to go into a hole. The fact is, this little shroud piece goes on the inside, and you can see it sits up. So it's a square little box. It's going to be bolted inside. The fan's going to blow in air and push air. So which way does that go? I've installed a lot of these type of fan units, so I know that's got to point down. So it blows the air down and underneath the hot charcoal. But a new person doing this isn't going to know which way that should go. So maybe that should be included in the instructions. I know this from testing so many of these fan control units over the years. I will connect this to one of 2 top vents, and that way it gets a little bit more airflow and curvature, and we will plug the other holes up with those little nickel plated hole plugs that I showed you earlier. So easy enough. All we've got to do is take out the middle bit of the gasket, and that is going to allow the unit to sit up nice and flush on our hole. And so these are the nickel plated plugs, and they just pop into the holes and give that great seal that we need. Now, the fan has these adapter sliders. So we're just going to undo the screws so we can extend them all the way out. And we should be able to do that. Clip them in like such. Push that in and do them up. And that's our fan installed. Now, one very cool feature about the unit is it actually will use voice recognition if you have Alexa or Google Assistant. Unfortunately, I don't have either of these, so I really can't test this feature out. In saying that, I'm going to purchase something very soon because it is a cool feature and I would like to be able to utilize that. Purely because this feature is way too cool not to use. The probes that come in the package are your standard meat probes, and you get 2 of them in the package, and you also get 1 ambient temp probe with a grill clip. All 3 units in the Fireboard lineup have 6 ports for probes. So that is 6 channels for you to monitor temps, more than enough for anyone. There is just one noticeable difference, and that is the sleeve here that connects the probe to the cord is actually made out of metal, not plastic or silicone like all other brands. Just another example of the quality. Now, if you do feel like you need a bit more range in your readings from the probes, say for commercial use, or if you like using your probes in a pizza oven at home, then check out the Fireboard Pro model, as it has Type K thermocouples. This meaning the Fireboard 2 Pro measures temperatures extremely fast and accurate across a wide temperature range. Thermocouples carry the benefit of super high temperature readings for pizza ovens and wood stoves. These probes are rated at 1400 degrees Fahrenheit. The Fireboard drive control system that is built into the Fireboard 2 drive unit is designed to control most 12-volt fan units. It is recommended you set up your fire first, make sure you've got enough fuel to run out the entire cook before turning on the fan unit. Then with some fine tuning using the Firebrand Drive 2 to control all of your temperature. The good thing about this unit though is once you get the basics down, there are more advanced settings that you can play with, such as lid off detection, fan size settings if you are using a generic fan, and max fan speed settings, just to name a few. If you get the standard Fireboard 2 unit without the drive control system in it, you will need to purchase a drive fan cable to operate a fan with this unit. So I strongly suggest if you are going to want to use a fan down the track, I would get the Fireboard Drive 2 unit up front. The Fireboard unit is considered weather resistant, not weatherproof or waterproof. In saying that, it will withstand typical weather conditions, including rain, humidity, and heat, without being permanently damaged. Now, I am loving the large and easy to navigate and read screen. There are a few layout options, like showing you just the temperature on screen, or you can have temperature and graph for those that like to monitor their cooks. Then you can have the probe temps and the graph, or just all the probes and no graph. There's plenty of options for you to geek out over. One last cool feature is the display will rotate no matter which way you hold the unit. As with any thermometer we've come to use, well, the higher end ones anyway, you can set up alerts for every probe that you have connected to the unit. This comes in super handy when you're cooking or smoking different cuts of meat, or just multiple cuts of meat. With the ability to have 6 probes attached to this unit and be able to set different alert settings for every individual probe is a super big plus in my book. The build quality on this unit seems really, really rugged. Therefore, I feel this would not only handle plenty of use in the backyard, but I would be quite happy to use this in competition because I really think it could handle getting knocked around a bit. But, and it's a big but. No, it's a huge but. Where's the case? How am I going to store this unit? How do I pack this away and how do I store it? If I do want to use it in comp, all the wires are going to get tangled, even in my own backyard. A simple case that I can wrap the wires up, put all the components and have them in a carry case is what is needed when you buy a unit like this. For the cost of the unit, include some probe organisers and a carry case. After all that, knowing Fireboard sent me out this unit to trial for free, would I recommend you getting one? It's a lot of money to spend if you're just going to use it as a thermometer. But if you want the option to control your smoker with a fan, it is a great option. The cloud connectivity and the voice control is going to appeal to any tech geek. The unit is strong, and being battery controlled with USB charging is a big plus for me. Taking this unit away with me on a camping trip with the family would allow me 2 nights of smoking. Knowing that I can connect this up to one of my Webbers or my Weber Smoky Mountain and just enjoy family time, knowing the Fireboard has my back, is a super big plus for me. I'd still be annoyed though that I had to buy a case and cable organisers just to have this unit in one nice little package. Now I know you can buy a stand for the unit, and I feel including that, or if not a magnet on the back, would have been another big plus for me, because I could have really used that. I love being able to stick other units, and a lot of them come with magnets or they come with a case, and I can stick it on the wall of my set. Now with all that said, I am going to enjoy pushing this unit to its limits over the next couple of months, and especially using that voice control. So it is a big plus for me. Cheers and thanks for watching.